You've seen dogs do it. You've seen cats do it. But a giant iguana leaping onto a human's lap like a loyal lapdog? That's not your typical cold-blooded behavior. Meet the trained iguana that responds to voice commands, greets its owner, and even cuddles like a puppy. But what's behind this incredible bond between a human and a reptile? Today, we dive deep into the secret life of iguanas, uncovering the truth behind their misunderstood nature, amazing intelligence, and their surprising ability to form emotional bonds. This is not just another lizard story. As the first light of dawn stretches across the earth, golden warmth spills over sunlit tiles. From the shadows, a massive rock iguana emerges, slow, deliberate, ancient. It waits, listening. Then, the moment it hears its name, it charges forward, not to attack, but to greet its owner, just like a loyal dog welcoming its best friend home. Meet Bruce, a 5-year-old rock iguana raised from hatchling by a devoted reptile lover. Bruce doesn't just tolerate human contact, he craves it. He responds to voice commands, climbs into laps, and even follows his owner around the house like a faithful dog. But how is this possible? Isn't the iguana supposed to be wild, cold, untrainable? Turns out, we've underestimated them all along. Iguanas are ancient survivors, reptiles that have roamed the earth for over 60 million years. Found across Central and South America and on islands like the Galapagos, they thrive in tropical forests, deserts, and coastal cliffs. But don't let their scaly skin and dragon-like spines fool you. Behind those stoic eyes is a creature of deep sensitivity and surprising awareness. Iguanas are not mindless reptiles. They are creatures of habit, intelligence, and even emotion. In the wild, they bask in the sun to regulate their body temperature. They communicate with head bobs, slow eye blinks, and tail flicks, a silent language of dominance, comfort, and even affection. They remember territories, recognize faces, and, under the right conditions, can form deep bonds with humans. Bruce, the iguana that leaps into laps, is not an anomaly. He's proof that given time, patience, and respect, these reptiles can thrive in companionship. So what makes an iguana bond with a human like a dog might? The secret lies in a powerful blend of routine, trust, and body language. Iguanas are territorial. They memorize their surroundings and the beings within it. Over time, if a human consistently feeds, speaks, and interacts without fear or aggression, the iguana begins to accept them as part of their environment, or even part of their troop. Reptile behaviorists have observed that iguanas are capable of recognizing individual people, even after weeks or months apart. Some iguanas show preference towards certain people, reacting more calmly and affectionately to them. They may climb onto their shoulders, lick their arms, a reptilian sign of curiosity, or relax completely in their presence. This isn't just instinct. It's learned behavior driven by familiarity and trust. And when combined with proper training, like clicker commands or positive reinforcement, they can even learn to respond to specific words or sounds, just like Bruce does. Think you know iguanas? Think again. Here are 10 jaw-dropping facts that'll make you see these ancient reptiles in a whole new light. Hidden atop the iguana's head lies a mysterious, light-sensitive patch, the parietal eye, a so-called third eye, not for sight, but for survival. It senses shadows from above, alerting the iguana to danger before it strikes. And if danger dares to come close, the iguana answers with its most powerful weapon, a lightning-fast tail whip, strong enough to shatter bone. That tail, thick and muscular, is both sword and shield. But even when lost in battle, the story doesn't end. The iguana possesses a secret power, regeneration. Over time, it can grow its tail back, like something out of ancient myth. Fierce in appearance, yes, but in truth, iguanas are peaceful herbivores, choosing not to hunt, but to graze on leaves, blossoms, and fruits kissed by the sun. In the Galapagos, their cousins, the marine iguanas, take things even further. They dive into the sea, feeding on underwater algae like tiny sea dragons risen from another era. Given care, warmth, and love, these reptiles can live for 2 decades or more. But one thing is non-negotiable: the sun. Without its rays, their bodies falter. No heat, no digestion, no life. Their skin, like living canvas, shifts color with mood and temperature, darker when stressed, lighter when basking in joy. Their blood may run cold, but their legacy runs deep. Their ancestors walked with dinosaurs. And while their brains are small, they are not empty. These creatures remember, they solve, they play. They are not monsters. They are ancient minds wrapped in armor, the quiet intellectuals of the wild. With stories like Bruce's, it's tempting to want a lap-leaping iguana of your own. But here's the truth. Iguanas are not easy pets. They require large enclosures, UVB lighting, specific diets, and lots of patience. They can grow up to 6 feet long, and without proper training, can become aggressive or territorial. But for those willing to commit to their care, iguanas offer a unique companionship unlike any other. Not affectionate in the way a dog is, but intuitive, calm, and, as we've seen, capable of surprising loyalty. So, the next time you hear someone say reptiles are cold and unfeeling, tell them about Bruce, the iguana that jumps into laps, greets like a dog, and listens for his name in the morning sun. Nature never stops surprising us, and sometimes the warmest bonds come from the coldest blood. If you enjoyed this wild tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell. More unbelievable animal stories are just one click away. Until next time, stay curious and respect the wild.